It is extraordinary that it's coming at the time that the world needs it the most.
A new breakthrough with the Pfizer vaccine that could have us one step closer to ending this pandemic.
Nursing students are getting an opportunity to help combat COVID-19.
I know it's cliche, we always say it, but buckle up.
Traveling during the holidays is dangerous, but more so during this pandemic. How to safely travel this season. Welcome to Newsline. It's Wednesday, November 18th. I'm Natalie Janes.
I'm Clara Munyo. Breaking news this morning, the final analysis of Pfizer's new coronavirus vaccine confirms that it is 95% effective.
Pfizer also announced that this final analysis comes with no safety concerns. An independent group of monitoring the phase 3 clinical trial says the vaccine even proved effective in higher risk older adults. The 95% efficiency rate came after only 8 of the thousands of vaccinated patients caught coronavirus. 162 patients in the study who contracted COVID-19 received the placebo.
I think that likely, based on impact, that will be the greatest medical advance in the last 100 years.
The only side effect reported from the vaccination was fatigue, which was reported in fewer than 4% of the patients after the second dose. Pfizer and the collaborator BioNTech will seek emergency use authorization from the FDA within days. Moderna also released some of its clinical trial data earlier this week. Of the 15,000 participants who received this vaccine, only 5 contracted COVID-19 and none became seriously ill, showing nearly 95% effective rate as well. Even with hopes of a vaccine soon, doctors are still encouraging people to keep wearing masks, social distancing, and avoiding gatherings, as it could still take some time to get a vaccine distributed once it is authorized by the FDA.
The Food and Drug Administration issued an emergency use authorization for the first COVID-19 test for self-testing at home. The Lucira COVID-19 all-in-one test kit is a single-use test that is intended to detect COVID-19. This test is authorized for self-collected nasal swab samples in individuals 14 years of age and older who are suspected of COVID-19. Once the sample is taken, it's placed in a test unit, and in 30 minutes or less, the results can be read directly on the unit display.
COVID-19 cases in Utah are continually rising. As of today, there are near 159,000 total COVID cases. More than 1.2 million people have been tested, more than 1 million tests have been reported, and there are more than 6,000 COVID-19 hospitalizations and 732 deaths. Salt Lake City School Board approves in-person classes. Salt Lake City is planning to reopen its elementary school classrooms at the end of January for the first time since the coronavirus pandemic began, but its middle and high school students will remain online. In-person classes for the elementary students will now begin with pre-kindergarten, kindergarten, and first grade starting the week of January 25th. Second and third graders will be able to come in February 1st and 4th. Fifth and sixth grades can start on February 8th. Morgan and Brighton High School are moving to virtual learning due to the increase of COVID-19 cases. There are currently more than 20 cases of COVID-19 between students and staff at Morgan High School. In-person instruction for Morgan High School will resume on December 7th. Brighton High School on-campus learning has been suspended until Wednesday, December 2nd because of COVID-19 cases associated with the school and increased positivity rate in the communities near to Cottonwood Heights. A diverse team of Utah-based companies are teaming up to urge Utahns to help slow the spread of COVID-19 this holiday season.
We believe that in order to have a healthy economy and healthy towns and cities, we need to have healthy people who live and work in them. We're all in so our communities can live the healthiest lives possible.
Intermountain Healthcare, the Larry H. Miller Group of companies, Qualtrics, and Desert Management Corporation are part of the campaign with the catchphrase, "We're all in." With Thanksgiving just over a week away, the group echoed the advice of health officials to limit gatherings, use masks, and proper hand hygiene during the holidays.
The Department of Professional Licensing is offering an unprecedented opportunity to nursing students to help combat the fight of COVID-19. NewsLine reporter Joe Belknap is at Utah Valley Hospital to show us how nursing students can get involved.
Due to increased COVID-19 hospitalizations, the government has allowed nursing students to attain a temporary license in order to serve as a nurse apprentice at hospitals like this one.
I'm declaring a new state of emergency to address hospital overcrowding and to protect intensive care unit capacity.
There's a lot that goes into capacity.
Hospitals are overcrowded because of the unique challenge of COVID-19.
Let's say you have somebody in the cardiac ICU who just had a heart attack. They don't have COVID. You don't want to have somebody in the next room who does have COVID, and you have that nurse going room to room, potentially getting that other patient who just had a heart attack sick.
A quarter of my floor that I've been on has COVID patients now, and we're taking overflow from other floors.
This new license will help meet the growing need for more nurses.
Usually you can't start practicing as a registered nurse on your own until you've passed the NCLEX and have that certification.
The NCLEX, an exam that certifies nursing graduates, takes much longer to complete than this new temporary license.
I think it's a great opportunity for students to get maybe some more hands-on experience.
The license is only valid under a declared emergency.
People go into nursing because they want help, and a pandemic is a great time to help, right?
So I feel like we're all pretty prepared to step in and do what we can.
Reporting for NewsLine from Provo, I'm Joe Belknap.
Thanks, Joe.
The United States Senate approves a bill to rename the Utah Federal Courthouse in honor of Senator Orrin Hatch.
He also had a much broader impact, one that will have far-reaching, lasting, durable impacts on the federal court system.
Senators Mike Lee and Mitt Romney introduced the legislation and shared how Orrin Hatch dedicated his life to serving the country and state.
He was and is an honorable public servant who continues to have tremendous impact on our state.
Hatch is one of the longest-serving chairmen of the Senate Judiciary Committee. The federal courthouse will be known as the Orrin G. Hatch Courthouse. Lee and Romney agreed it is only appropriate the courthouse be named in his honor.
Although the CDC has discouraged traveling for the holidays, many students at BYU still plan on making the trip. The virus combined with the holiday traffic could make for a dangerous weekend. NewsLine reporter Joseph Carson shows us the safest way to travel home. Joseph.
Since BYU is going fully online after Thanksgiving break, they encouraged any students who return home to stay there and finish fall semester at home. But any travel, especially during a pandemic, has risks.
Thanksgiving is going to be different this year, and college students are in a tough spot. Many are struggling with the difficult decision of whether or not to return home. The CDC says that both travel and traditional Thanksgiving gatherings can increase the chances of spreading COVID-19. They recommend small gatherings and wearing masks. But even without a virus, driving home for the holidays is plenty dangerous. Last year in Utah alone, there were 600 crashes and 4 deaths over Thanksgiving weekend.
One of the best things you can do for a safer trip is make sure that you've got a seatbelt on.
Utah Highway Patrol just released this video of a 2018 crash to remind everyone of Utah's click it or ticket policy. The people in this car were wearing their seatbelts, and they lived.
Less than 10% of the state's population chooses not to wear a seatbelt, but that 10% makes up 30% of our fatalities.
18 to 34-year-old men are the most likely to not belt up and die. But seatbelts really do work.
I was in a car accident one time. We were going way too fast around this corner and we actually crashed into a house. But I was wearing my seatbelt. If it weren't for that, I'd probably go right through the windshield.
UHP says for a safe trip, holiday drivers should also make sure their cars are ready for winter weather conditions. Make sure you have enough wiper fluid and good tread on your tires, working headlights and signals, and a good battery.
Make sure that you are devoting 100% of your focus when you're behind the wheel on driving. Limit those distractions.
The CDC does discourage both travel and large gatherings. So if you choose to make the trip for Thanksgiving this year, please be safe. Make sure you're taking every precaution both with COVID and with your car. Reporting for NewsLine in Provo, I'm Joseph Carson.
Thanks, Joseph. And remember to keep yourself and your family safe this Thanksgiving.
We can all agree that this year has been a tough year, but as NewsLine reporter Alexa Larson tells us, many people are choosing to focus on the things that they are grateful for as we approach Thanksgiving.
It's no secret that 2020 has had a long list of challenges, but despite that, many people are choosing to focus on the things that matter most to them as they celebrate Thanksgiving this year.
This Thanksgiving, I am extra grateful for my health. I am also grateful to have a job and have the flexibility to work from home every day.
I am grateful for warm temperatures in November.
I'm especially grateful for friends and family this Thanksgiving.
Grateful for the cutest little girls, Rowie and Elle.
I'm thankful for pizza. This Thanksgiving, I am grateful that I get to work from home, so I can work in my sweats, and I'm also grateful for all the really pretty Utah sunsets lately. I'm grateful for a body and for healthy food to nourish my body.
I love reading, so I'm grateful for books.
I'm grateful for my dog and my kids and the time I get to spend with them.
This time of year, I'm super thankful for my friends and family that live close by and that I have a warm bed to sleep in every night.
Recently, I feel so grateful for the sunsets. I feel like every night there's pink cotton candy clouds in the sky and everything's so beautiful. It's like a gift in 2020, kind of a crazy year.
This year, more than ever, we're reminded of the many things that each of us has to be grateful for. Wishing you and your loved ones a very happy Thanksgiving. I'm Alexa Larson, reporting for NewsLine, Provo.
Thanks, Alexa.
It is American Education Week.
A lot of what we do is different recognitions, a lot of gratitude, a lot of thank yous, kids doing cards and videos and things like that.
See how schools are taking each day to appreciate those who contribute to education.
Just spend money that you have, especially the holiday season. It is not a time to go into debt for giving presents.
This winter season is expensive for gift giving, but also for your home. Find out how to save some pennies winterizing your house next.
Now that winter has arrived, it's time to hit the slopes. Find out how to practice responsible winter recreation in 6 steps next.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Hey Kevin, you thinking about retirement?
I'd love to, but I'm pretty busy with all this.
Yeah, hey, let's meet our retirement coach, Avo. A is for taking action.
Not anxiety?
No, Kevin, you're gonna be fine.
You sing?
Barely. V is for variety.
And you dance?
Sort of. Come on. O is for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Nice.
Thanks.
Today is Education Support Professionals Day. As part of National Education Week, NewsLine reporter Whitney Leland explains how this day is about more than just teachers.
American Education Week happens the week before Thanksgiving. Each day has a theme to celebrate the public school community. On the Wednesday during American Education Week, they focus on National Education Support Professionals Day to honor the contributions of school support employees. These educational support professionals, or ESPs for short, provide invaluable services and are essential partners in the children's education process.
Our staff is like a puzzle. So imagine if you're looking at a puzzle and you want to see that complete picture. If you take any one of those staff members out, no longer is our picture complete.
The day honors a long list of professionals who keep schools running smoothly. They include all secretaries, classroom aides, cafeteria workers, maintenance workers, bus drivers, and others who support educators, school leaders, and the students too.
Our custodial staff right now in the middle of a pandemic, custodial staff is literally the most vital role within the school system.
Even with COVID-19 running rampant through the country, there are still many ways to celebrate these professionals.
So a lot of what we do is different recognitions, a lot of gratitude, a lot of thank yous, kids doing cards and videos and things like that.
Some ideas for celebrating these ESPs are to host a virtual appreciation event, or even some socially distanced sidewalk chalk. Just as Leland stated earlier, every ESP deserves to be recognized, especially in times like these. Reporting for NewsLine, Whitney Leland, Provo.
Are you looking to save money this winter? Reporter Lauren Hemert spoke with experts about how to winterize your home and spend less this Christmas season.
As winter arrives to the Utah Valley, many worry about the additional costs of heating homes and purchasing gifts for loved ones this year. Interior designer Lindsay Gunnarsson describes how she winterizes her home to cut costs.
Having textiles of any kind helps to bring in warmth. So whether it's rugs, blankets, pillows, drapery, any of that kind of stuff can help capture heat. Curtains helps a lot with that, and you can do that really cheaply. Doing curtains, the thicker, the better.
Gunnarsson recommends other ways to winterize your home, from decor items like rugs, curtains, and wall hangings to stopping air drafts with towels or plastic window insulators, making sure your vents are clean, reversing the direction of your ceiling fan, and letting daylight in. The arrival of Christmas next month brings more than winter temperatures. BYU professors offer advice on how to keep the costs low without cutting the Christmas cheer.
It doesn't require a lot of money to give a gift that's meaningful. That's a gift from your heart to someone else. Just spend money that you have. So especially the holiday season, it is not a time to go into debt for giving presents.
There are many resources available to students to help track and maintain their finances all year long, from the Financial Fitness Center, finance courses, websites, and tax assistance programs.
Tracking your finances, creating a budget, and sticking to your budget go a really long way. And it's a wonderful thing, right? And it's a wonderful holiday, it's a wonderful time, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to overspend, because a lot of the most meaningful things at Christmas don't necessarily cost a lot.
With these tactics, I hope everyone's homes, hearts, and wallets are merry this Christmas season. Reporting for NewsLine in Provo, I'm Lauren Hemmert.
With the temperatures dropping and snow sticking on the slopes, Utah residents unpack their snow gear for the 2020 season. Ken's McGuire is here to tell us how to responsibly enjoy winter recreation.
It's easy to see Utah's turned into a winter wonderland, but the best way to enjoy this weather is to know how to safely travel and participate in winter activities. After seeing an increase in people exploring the outdoors over the summer, the Utah Office of Outdoor Recreation released a responsible winter recreation campaign with 6 steps to follow to stay safe this winter.
We want to make sure that those people, if they're new to winter recreation, have some resources to educate themselves. These 6 topics, so the know before you go, with canyons, cars, and chaos, powder for the patient, leave no trace, and then being prepared for an emergency, and respecting boundaries, whether that's ski resort boundaries, wilderness boundaries if you're on a snowmobile, things like that.
And why are these safety precautions so important?
You're essentially responsible for your own life and the people that are around you. There's a number of things that you need to understand about, like how snowpack works.
You can learn more about each topic at the following website or by searching the hashtag Responsible Recreation on social media. With these 6 simple steps for responsible outdoor recreation, anyone can hop on a ski lift, get in the mountains, and enjoy some winter activities. And avid snowboarders like Christian understands the benefits of taking the time to explore the less popular trails in Utah.
You go out to these places where people don't go, like you're literally tracking your own way out there, you're putting the work in, and you kind of get to reap the benefits. And you get some of like the best turns like you'll have all year because you were willing to go out there, take the risk and do the work others weren't willing to do. I think it's very satisfying, yeah.
No matter what your chilly activity of choice is this winter, be sure to be well read so you know where you're going and have the proper gear. Reporting for NewsLine in Sundance, I'm Kens McGuire.
Thanks, Kens.
Show you that there are windstorms even down here. You can see my hair is blowing in the breeze, but it's not as bad as it is in other parts of Utah. In Farmington, there are windstorms up to 91 miles per hour. In Salt Lake, there are windstorms up to 89 miles per hour. In Centerville, Logan, and Brigham City, there are windstorms up to 70 miles per hour. Today's temperatures in Utah, we're looking at temperatures in the 50s, 60s, and 70s with lows in the 30s and 40s, with our lowest temperature in Price with a high of 57 and a low of 35. Our highest temperature is going to be in St. George with a high of 73 and a low of 44. For our 5-day forecast, we're going to see in southern Utah that there are highs in the 60s and lows in the 30s and 40s. It's going to be sunny throughout the week with one day that will be partly cloudy. We're going to see a temperature drop throughout the week where it will level off on Sunday and Monday in the mid to low 60s and mid to low 30s. In northern Utah, you're going to see a highs in the 40s and lows in the 30s and mid 20s. It's going to be partly cloudy with one day of sunshine. Make sure you take that sunny Sunday to go on a walk with your family or just spend some time outside. That's all I have for this week. Now back to you.
The NBA draft is happening 5 months late. Who the top prospects are this year and what people are saying about it.
Thing that's going on in this world today, and these mothers do really need the help.
How this high school basketball team continues to serve through the pandemic.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jeff Foxworthy here. If you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Brigham Young University's own Kalani Sitake is named on the Coach of the Year watch list for the Paul Beer Bryant Awards. The Beer Bryant Awards recognizes college football coaches' contributions both on and off the field while raising funds to support research of the American Heart Association. Each year, one of the coaches is selected from their watch list to take home the Beer Bass Trophy. The NBA draft is tonight. Matt Williams has the reactions to last night's mock draft and what to expect for tonight's event. Maddie.
Normally, the NBA draft would have already taken place back in June, but of course, 2020. Now with basketball season around the corner, fans are anxiously awaiting tonight's draft results. Eyes are on James Wiseman, Onyeka Okongwu, Anthony Edwards, and LaMelo Ball, among others, as top pick prospects. Mock drafts have predicted first-choice Timberwolves to snatch up Ball, with Warriors taking Edwards and Hornets Wiseman. As the Utah Jazz are expected to draft power forward Jalen Smith, but recent changes to the drafts and Jazz's draft position could change that. Now, sports are about as contentious as politics and religion, so it's no surprise that there are a few opinions on tonight's draft. At NBA asked fans to fill out a chart for their top 3 picks, and boy did fans deliver. Several users posted this lineup: Edwards, Wiseman, LaMelo, and this user calls it the only right choice. Tyler Q posted a similar lineup as what I think will happen: LaMelo, Wiseman, and Edwards, and what I think should happen: Obi, Wiseman, and LaMelo. The Utah Jazz, closer to home, announced that they agreed to swap with the New York Knicks, giving up number 23 for picks 27 and 38. Fans are mostly pleased at the news, but many are already mourning the loss of Ante Tomic. Best of luck to fans, teams, and players tonight. Back to you.
This holiday season, people are searching for ways to spread love from a distance. NewsLine reporter Addison Kara shows us how one girls' basketball team is making a difference.
The North Ridgeville High School girls' basketball team does at least one service project every season. This year is no different.
My mother works with an organization that helps new moms and their babies that can't afford like cribs and things like that. I asked her what are some things that we could do with the girls during COVID times that could still help people in need, basically.
With a few adjustments to ensure the girls' safety, it was like any other year.
So the girls wore their masks. They social distanced this year. They each were at their own table.
The team made the blankets using donated materials. All they needed was a pair of scissors. Each blanket took 45 minutes to an hour to complete.
I give a lot of credit to the coaches for that
they take time out of our practices so that we can help other people out.
The team donated between 30 and 35 blankets.
I think that's going on in this world today, and these mothers do really need the help, and they have a lot of women and children right now that are in need.
But the biggest reward comes after the blankets are received.
I like when we get pictures of the babies in the blankets because it's super heartwarming and makes us feel really good about what we did for them.
Really, it's just something to look forward to because like this is going to go to someone who needs it and they're going to appreciate it.
We're just trying to find different ways that we can help our community from a distance.
The girls on the basketball team say they hope everyone will look for ways to make someone's life a little easier this holiday season. I'm Madison Kerr, reporting for Newsline in Provo.
The nation's biggest retailer is teaming up with Ibotta to offer huge discounts on holiday meal.
Walmart joined the tech company for Thanksgiving promotion this year. According to Ibotta customers, shopping for food at Walmart online can get 100% cash back on some items when they use the Ibotta app. Check out home.ibotta.com for more information. Wow, that sounds like it would be really cool. I wish I could use that app. I could really use some money to be saved here.
What a beautiful way to introduce the holiday.
I know, right? We could all definitely as broke college students. Well, thank you so much for joining us for Newsline today.
For more information on our stories or to share them with your friends, check out our website at university.byu.edu/Newsline.